Hello, hello. This is for Gemini for May 2020. Today I'm working with the Deviant Moon Tarot. So today I'll be working with the Deviant Moon Tarot. Hey, Leo. Do what you got to do, Mama B. Do what you got to do. Hey, Christina. Hey, Oban. All right, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to come on and then go off so that I can get a lot of these readings out. The first card that comes up for Gemini for May, I'm doing today on May 3rd, 2020, is the Fool card. So the first card that comes up, and again, I am using the Deviant Moon Tarot cards. The Fool card, pretty much the Fool is the only person that the King will listen to, right? So a lot of you Geminis, definitely looking to see what's around you. You're paying attention to your surroundings. As you notice on the card, there's a clear blue sky. The bright shining sun is here, and also his little doggy pal is right there with him. This definitely is a person that travels light. They are carrying a beautiful rose, kind of like a peace offering. So expect someone to be coming towards you with a peace offering of some type. Also, this person is very happy. When you can see their face, they are smiling. Now, again, I am using the Deviant Moon Tarot, so it's a little bit different graphics here. But this person is happy, is smiling. He's definitely not paying attention to a thing, right? We know about the Fool card. Definitely look like he's going to fall off a cliff. So he's not paying attention to anything. He's very carefree, charismatic, definitely walking and exploring, is definitely very curious as to what's going on around. This is somebody who maybe represents you or maybe represents your partner, but this Fool represents somebody who will just pick themselves back up and try again. So a lot of you in your relationships, Geminis, you have definitely fallen down and gotten back up and tried again, and fallen down, gotten back up and tried again. Some of you, it's been over and over and over again. Some of you have realized that you keep tripping on the same thing. Again, you're not paying attention to what's in front of you. Or in fact, this could be your partner who keeps making the same mistake over and over again because he feels he can, because you're not setting any boundaries up. You're not saying that this is not okay, and you're allowing them to continue to do what they're doing. And then you want to bitch and moan about something, but yet you're not putting your foot down, or you're not shutting the door saying, you know what, I'm done. So you're going to be making a decision very soon, Geminis, on what you will and won't allow. For some of you, this card is definitely inverted. This is somebody who you don't want on your side. This is somebody who you don't want to mess with. It's kind of like either the toast or the toaster. You're either going to be the toast that's already toasted, or you're going to go into the toaster and get burned. One or the other. Hold on 1 second, you guys. A lot of you may also know or wonder about something that's hidden. Maybe there's some kind of hidden plans, a hidden agenda, something you're not quite aware of that's going on behind the scenes, so to speak. I got something spilled here on my shirt. I forgot. Okay, so for some of you, you may want to jump into a situation. So be careful, Gemini. In the month of May, you may be wanting to jump into something that you're not quite ready for. Okay? The next card that came up is the Two of Swords for Geminis. So Geminis, with the Two of Swords, there's a point in nearly in everybody's life where you realize that you are alone, whether it was the first time you moved out of your parents' house, whether it was the first time you went off to college, whether it was the first time that you had to either go away from your children or maybe the first time after getting a divorce. For some of you, some of your parents, of course, may have passed away when you were at a very early age. So be very careful of that. Be very careful with that. Oops, that Two of Swords is jumping. Okay. Also, some of you may have not realized the process of growing up. It definitely begins to strip other people in and out of your life, meaning that people who you thought were going to be with you for a lifetime suddenly changed. Things changed. Things are always changing. Some of you, your friends may have betrayed you. Some people kind of just get weird and they just stop calling all of a sudden. For some of you, your friends may have gotten involved with other partners and have focused their whole life on them, becoming very codependent, which is why you have not heard from them. So in the month of May, Geminis, if you don't hear from somebody, it is probably because they got into a situation or relationship that is consuming a lot of their time. Some of you may be, and this is definitely talking about loneliness, some of you may be lonely even in a relationship. For some of you, definitely some of you are going through the fact that you're sharing maybe a bed with somebody who you can't even have communication or talk with. Some of you may be feeling quite empty, devolving and sad. Remember that being alone and being lonely are two different things. When being alone means that you've got no one to connect to or to connect with. A lot of you may feel alone in a deeper state of being than you do than lonely. Feeling like if you got lost, there would be no one there to come and find you. A lot of you in the month of May are going to, you know, this is what my problem is. This is definitely what my problem is. Okay, so a lot of you, I'm seeing that you'll want to propose, definitely have strength and solitude. The Two of Swords may be also reflecting on you telling somebody to just shut the hell up, pretty much. Just shut the hell up. It's somebody that you're tired of hearing the bullshit, the lies, the excuses. It's somebody who you're really getting frustrated with. For some of you, a lot of you are okay with being alone. The Two of Swords is showing that you're okay with being alone right now. When you realize that you don't need the world's chatter to make sense in your life, when you're realizing you don't need someone else's input. So the Two of Swords for Geminis for May is going to talk about, yes, you may feel alone. Some of you may be feeling lonely because you are with somebody who's not giving you what you need in your situation or your relationship. Therefore, it feels pointless. Again, for some of you who are in fact alone, not in a relationship currently, wanting to be in a relationship, but that's coming. When you look at the Two of Swords in reverse, for some of you, it talks about imbalance. Just right now, things, and those of you who are not in a relationship, you're feeling quite the imbalance. So I'd say that majority of those that are single or recently broken up are feeling this way, inverted. So the Two of Swords inverted from feeling imbalanced, chaotic thoughts, right? Sometimes this can also speak about having mental illness, depression. Somebody may be suffering with bipolar. Also, a lot of you that are dealing with the inverted version here are definitely dealing maybe with people in your life that are hypocritical, people who are not supportive, people who drown out your thoughts. They drowned out your thoughts. They knocked down any ideas that you may have. Your last, no, I got 2 cards for you left. Your King of Pentacles. So in the month of May, King of Pentacles is going to apply to you. It's a bit conservative. It's definitely being grounded, centered, and unquestionably in charge. So a lot of you Geminis are going to be taking back charge in your life, even though things are going to be constantly moving, constantly changing. This person here doesn't need to shout or wave his arms to get attention. This is not somebody who needs to act out or show off or dress inappropriately or do anything to get someone's attention, okay? This person has a very strong work ethic and is very easy to respect. So this is somebody who is very well kept, somebody who is very respectful both of themselves and other people. This is somebody who works very hard, maybe puts in overtime as often as they can. This person is also strong but yet quiet. This person is somebody you can't get off of your mind. This is somebody who might have came into your life and who truly left their presence there, even if they left. There's a part of them that is still lingering around because you can still feel their energy, their presence, because of the way they carried themselves, because they didn't get into that argument with you when you wanted to argue, because they kept a very strong forefront. The King of Pentacles is pretty much respected and loved by people and family. So this may have been somebody in your life that even your family members adored with you. Now, for some of you, it could be reversed because it could be some of you, you spend so much time looking at where you are that you forgot to look up and to see what's going on around you. So you got kind of caught up in your own little world for a little while. For a lot of you, you might feel stuck, like you're not fortunate enough to see what's going on around. But this card is saying that you're very interesting, that you have a very interesting character about you. But unfortunately, again, too stuck to see what is going on around. So you need to open up your eyes more and pay attention in the month of May, because otherwise you may miss the opportunities that are coming towards you. So May is going to speak for Geminis of relationships that can grow or can reconnect. However, because things are constantly changing, the way things are right now are not the way they're going to stay. If you're in a relationship, it may not stay that way. If you're not in the relationship and you're apart from someone, then it may change and you may come back together. The last card is the King of Swords. I'm going to speak about the King of Swords. This is somebody who kind of pushed themselves maybe on you, or this is somebody who you don't even understand why they're in your world or in your life, but this is somebody who you feel may be a soulmate. This is somebody that you don't even know how this happened or it wasn't planned. This is somebody now who you don't want to give up on. This is somebody who you're trying very hard to make something work with. You know, these kings use their swords to knight their comrades and to execute their foes, right? That's what kings do with their swords. But there is a balance. The king is very similar to justice. He is very fair. His emotions don't get swayed during a decision. I also feel like there's definitely, if you look behind his throne, you can see a dense fog in the bank, right? Right in the bank, see it? In other basic decks, you might see the tiniest stream of water behind him, talking about emotions, but very tiny stream. Both are indicators of the tiniest bit of a give a damn. Okay, so he's just got a little bit of give a damn because he really doesn't. He really doesn't give a damn. He holds, he makes you feel like he doesn't care. This person doesn't let you see what's going on emotionally inside of him. This is a person that you've been around that tries to be fair. However, they're not going to make judgments or decisions based on their emotions. Definitely intelligent, quick, sometimes very judgmental. It's either his way or the highway, and I'm sure a lot of you Geminis know what I'm talking about. Now, for some of you in the reversal, this person is definitely very authoritative. This person is very much take control. For those of you Geminis that are dealing with abuse in a situation or a toxic relationship, you know that the inverted King of Swords is terrifying, manipulative, sinister, abusive, okay? Verbally, emotionally, physically. So if that's the case, then you know that that's a warning for you to back off from that King of Swords for some of you. One other card I'm going to talk about is the Three of Cups. The Three of Cups. Whenever I see this card in a reading, I immediately know that the person getting this reading has people around them. So I know for a fact that a lot of you Geminis have family or friend support around you. You have a lot of encouragement that is there. Doesn't mean you reach out to it, but you know that it's there. It's kind of like saying that you have a tribe, you have a family, okay? That family doesn't have to be bloodline, not at all. The three sisters swirling around and dancing with their cups in the air, smiling, enjoying each other. This card is about love, support, and silliness. It's having a known idea or fact that you know that somebody has your back. And that's what that's saying. There is somebody that has your back. So you know, like when you have a group of your friends sitting around the table and everything kind of feels right, and then all of a sudden somebody else sits down, all of a sudden it feels kind of awkward, feels kind of weird, like something just got messed up. This energy just got all messed up. Or when you're cheating on your partner and it always feels like you're just about to get caught. Yep, that's this card. So this card can also talk about somebody who has been cheating and they are very close to getting caught. Too many people in the same space, too many strained relationships, and too much like yucky, icky kind of behavior. Okay, so somebody's definitely maybe not acting right, and maybe you know about the situation. Maybe you just found out about a partner's cheating. When you guys definitely deal with 2 or more people, and I keep seeing 4. When you have 4 people, so if there's you and your partner, and then someone else and their partner, and there's some kind of transfer or mixture or swapping or whatever is going on, swinging. I don't know what you're doing, but you're going to create problems, and you're going to create deception, and it's also going to create distances, which means separation, breakups, endings, divorces. Be very careful of what you're doing. For a lot of you, don't equate possession with selfishness. Be careful of that. Okay, during the month of May, don't equate possession with selfishness. Take care of yourself before you try to take care of other people, Geminis. That's what you're being told for the month of May. Okay, because there's a lot of neglect on yourself. There's a lot of ignoring things that are happening, whether it's your physical things going on and you're ignoring them, saying, oh, there's nothing wrong. Oh, it's not that big a deal. Or you're ignoring your blood pressure going up, or you're ignoring something. So be very careful with what you're ignoring, because this can definitely cause major problems. All right. I do feel like Geminis are going to be meeting other new partners in the very near future. May is going to be a door that opens up for you, so that by June, you'll be exhibiting a lot of different behaviors that have to do with partnership, rather than being single or being just a me. It'll become a we. So if you're feeling overcrowded right now, too many people in your space, find a way to get your distance somehow, but do it safely. You know, wear your mask. If you go outside, I don't care what your governor says. Protect yourself. It is not the governor's job, so to speak, to tell you to take care of yourself and protect yourself more. It is all about you and protecting your children. So if your children are going out and they're at a certain age where they can safely wear a mask, do so. If you have children that sit in little car seats, you can put something over them as you're going somewhere. If you have to bring them with you, some kind of blanket over top so that they can still breathe. They can still get air. They're not going to get overheated, but they're protected from any sneezes or coughs or things of that nature. That's the whole point of putting a barrier. Okay? So please be careful in what you're doing. I am coming back on to do Libra. So see you back in just a few minutes. After I'm done the third video, which will be Aquarius, then I will take questions and I will offer mini reads shortly. But until then, stay tuned for Libra.